Good morning, it's Nikki in Enchanted Woodland. It's the 25th probably, February, Friday. Glorious day. We're heading in for some really nice days now with blue sky, as you can see. So this morning I'm going to do a little YouTube. I'm going to talk to Steve about how to make one of these, a dead hedge, and to see why it's a good idea and the differences between that and a normal hedge, and how to do it. So let's go off and find Steve and see where he is.
Good morning.
Morning.
There isn't a lot left, but I've had the little idea of showing you a little bit about the dead hedge and how we go about it. If you can see this bit here, that's virtually done now, but the method that we use is not complicated. It's very simple, but we need to weave some stuff in to hold it all together, give it structure, some strength there. If I grab these pieces now, I can show you a little bit about how I go about it. It's just a little trick, but it works, so that's good. I like tricks that work. So these branches, what I'm doing is just trimming off some little pieces that might prevent them from going how I want. That one's. So what I'm doing is trimming them down so that I can weave them in and out of the dead hedge.
And how does that help you, weave them in and out?
It gives the strength to the actual structure, because that's what it is, a structure. So now these are kind of trimmed up, I can show you what I mean. So to keep the height, bearing in mind that this isn't the...
Let me just come around the other way, and I can see you from... Oh!
If you get any little rogue ones, just snap them off. And this is oak, so the idea is to shove this down inside. It gives it structure and it pulls this flat.
Let me walk around the other side, and then we can see from the other way. Yeah, because rather than just laying everything on top of each other, which will tendency to probably to fall down.
And what you can do too is, if you've got a little one that's sticking up, trap it and force the next one in on top.
Lovely.
Right, that didn't quite go right. That's better.
That's quite satisfying, actually.
It is quite satisfying, yeah. And yeah, so that's how you go about it.
So why make a dead hedge?
Right, biodiversity. It provides habitat for all sorts of insects and grubs, which attracts all the little creatures that we want in the woodland, i.e. hedgehogs and mice. Mice will help because if you give them a good habitat here, they won't come in your house. But not only that, we want to build some owl boxes, so encourage some barn owls, tawny owls into the woodland, and they are about anyway. So if we give them something that suits them, and this is ideal because of the open spaces, they can sit in the trees and they can hunt. They're amazing creatures and amazingly efficient. They equal cats and mouse catching.
Just one thing, cats. So we have 7 cats.
Oh, here we go.
And we have mice in the kitchen. We've had mice. So
Yeah.
Owls are probably better than cats.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at least they can't catch them indoors though, so
No.
that's the only drawback. But yeah, so that's the principle of this.
And it also gives a place for insects as well, for birds, and also birds for nesting in. And it's a great way of getting rid of dead branches.
Yeah, so that's what we do. Now, with dead hedge, it is exactly that. All the wood, although it's still live, because it's only just been cut down, so it's still got everything in it, over time it will die. And that will, you see what I'm doing there, that's weaving in and out. And yeah, so over time you create a habitat for everything, all the insects, as we said, and all the things that feed on insects. And we do envisage it will get some bramble growing up through it as well, so it will provide a really good little bio environment that will serve everything. And with a live hedge, which we will get round to doing in time, where you cut through, you lay it all uphill, as we are here, and you lay it over, cut through, and leave a little foot. You cut that off so that the sap can still come up through the cambium layer, and that will then sprout up live. It will be just as if it was standing, but laying down, and it'll put the shoots up upright. So yeah, you can easily maintain that.
And we'll show you a video on that when Steve actually gets around, when we get round to the live hedging. We'll also do another video.
Yeah, another thing that we can do later on is around the top posts, we'll leave them about this high, and then just weave them with some small hazel, and we'll come to that later. But
yeah,
it's really nice. It's a good looking thing, and you can hammer that down over the posts, and that will hold everything on there.
and as you can see as well, there are posts that Steve has put in. I don't know if you remember when there was a video we did when he was cutting trees down, and when he cut down some of the trees, he was actually angling the cut to a very sharp angle, and this was so that he could actually drive the branches into the ground, and then this gives them support and structure. Am I right?
Yeah. What you don't want to do is use things like this willow. If you drive that into the ground, it will grow. So
That's
we
good to
could,
know.
if we want to, put one in every now and again, and it will grow. It's a well-used method, and it can look quite nice if you wish to put them in fairly close. You can start weaving the little shoots as they come out. So that might be something we do later. But as you can see, if you go on down now, it's set up ready to take the next layers. So we've got some bramble, quite a bit, and so we'll be laying some bramble on it. But
Brilliant.
The point with the dead hedge is it's never finished, because as some rots down, you're adding to it all the time. So everything that we cut down will be going on here, including bramble, and we've got some holly too. We've got a lot of holly that is spreading out, and we need to thin that down a little bit, but that's another story anyway for later. So yeah, this is going to be an annual little process really, to add more to the dead hedges.
I mean, look at it now as well, how long it goes all the way down, all the way. It's incredible.
We got like 70 metres now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's pretty tidy, if I say so myself. For a dead hedge, they're never really that tidy. I mean, if you're really worried about it and you want to put fence panels up, please do so. I don't knock that, but yeah, it's not for us and it's not for
No.
you. So
No.
This is a perfect solution. What do you do with this otherwise?
Yeah,
You chip
exactly.
it up.
Yeah.
You've got lots of nice wood chippings. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. Or you can just burn it. So yeah, you could create biochar by burning this. So that's another option, and we're not dismissing the fact that we might build a charcoal burner, you know, so a charcoal furnace, so we can actually create our own charcoal. And biochar is a slightly different process. It's where you burn all the little stuff and then you put it out, so that you actually leave, you know, the little sticks that you got at the end of a bonfire when they're all charred and burnt. That's biochar. That's char. That's magnificent stuff for putting into the ground to add into all sorts of things. So yeah, you might see in the background. I don't know if Nikki's already talked
This is
about it.
not a zip line, by the way.
No, but it could be.
It could be.
Yeah, we've discovered that one of the trees in the centre of the pond is actually still alive, because I couldn't pull it over, which surprised me. And so yeah, I've got a winch. I could try and winch it over, but it's just gonna go no. What I might do instead is put a plank across the pond, on not right across the centre. I haven't got one long enough, but so I can stand there and just cut it and just let it come over. So that's another little project, maybe later today.
There's always something to do.
It's a real pleasure being out here today.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's really warm.
And
It was quite a strong frost this morning.
It's nice to have cleared most of that brash. I've just got another few minutes work to do, and then we'll be done. And I'm going to take that willow post out of there.
We don't want that growing.
No, but that's the process. We've got some willow just there that's laying over. I'm going to cut off the long one that's going right through into the bramble. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest. But yeah, we're getting there, and we're moving on.
And the willow, yeah, we're also going to be using for creating structures and sculptures and stuff.
Oh yeah, we've got plenty of that. We've cut down so many willow trees because that are in bad condition, but they're going to be sprouting out, so we're going to have a lot of willow in a year, 2 years time that we can use for all sorts of structures, which is lovely.
Yeah,
and it's
brilliant.
free.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, we'll see you again soon with another update.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. So there we have with the dead hedge. And from the dead hedge, I don't know if you saw another video, but we've created a little bench from a tree that we cut down. Just a very simple little bench right now to sit on. So I'm going to sit on this and just let you take in the view before I finish off the video.
I'm not a cat. Oh, you're waiting for one.
So if you haven't already, we do have a Facebook group called Our Enchanting Woodland Project. Please do come along to it. And we're also on Instagram, where I take pictures of close-ups of nature and beautiful views of the woodland, and that's also as Our Enchanted Woodland. And we don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. It'd be really lovely to support us, and please put a comment below what you thought about dead hedging, or if any got any other suggestions for us, it'd be great. See you next time.